In John 21, we read that the disciples were up all night fishing. And it gets to the dawn and they're tired and they're weary and they've caught absolutely nothing. And then the man on the shore shouts out to them, "Have you caught anything?" They say no. And he says, "Cast your net to the right." And as they do, they listen to that voice and they cast the net to the right. And in doing so, they catch 153 fish in one go. Now there's something about faithfulness and sensitivity that is so powerful to our lives. You see, the disciples were faithfully working all night, casting their net, trying to get in the large amount of fish, and they literally got nothing, but they were faithfully working hour upon hour all through the night. And in doing so, it meant that they were perfectly positioned for when the voice called out to them. But then added to that faithfulness of being in the right place at the right time, being faithful doing what they were doing, they had to add to that sensitivity. You see, they didn't know the voice on the shore. They didn't know that it was Jesus Christ. They didn't recognize the man. He was too far away. They didn't even know it was Christ. Yet something within them was sensitive enough to listen to that voice. They could have discussed amongst themselves of, well, who is this guy? You know, is he a fisherman? Does he have credentials to tell us what to do? And they could have delayed in listening to that voice, but they didn't. They were sensitive enough to obey. And in doing so, they caught a huge load. It's the same in our lives. Are we faithful? Are we faithful in doing the right thing day after day when no one's looking? Are we faithful in doing the right thing even if we don't see obvious fruit immediately? But secondly, are we sensitive? You see, if we're faithful, we're in the right place at the right time, so that when the voice does come, we're positioned perfectly. But then are we sensitive enough to hear the voice of the Holy Spirit? Maybe He'll ask you to cast your net in a new direction, to do something in a different way from how you normally do it. Are we sensitive enough to obey that leading? Because if we do, there's a huge amount of fish out there just waiting to be caught.